How did you get all these people to play in time with each other and together?
As you know, in the band, we've got lots of people. So we've got drums, bass, keyboards, a guitar, X number of strings, which is about 9.
With 5 brass.
5 brass, and how many woodwind? 3 woodwind?
So just 2 woodwinds this time.
2 woodwinds, and we had 4 lead singers as well, so there's a lot of people to organise. The first thing I did was create a set of guidance notes on a PDF, which I'll flash up on screen, so that all the material we got back was super consistent.
I've certainly seen a few of these videos where there's just one person in portrait.
The bottom line is, film it in landscape.
I got blisters on my fingers!
The second thing I did was set up a click track. I thought for this to really trigger a kind of subconscious thing amongst people hearing it, is that I should use the original Beatles track to grab the tempo off it. Used Cubase to analyze that and created this tempo track where the tempo has a bit of like an upwards curve. So the tempo got faster all the way through. Using that, I created a click.
3. You made a score for the orchestral players.
On that score, we have rehearsal marks, which has like rehearsal mark A, B, C, D, E, F. So all the players know where they're going to be. And I just did certain countings. So for example, 1, 2, J. So the players can just hear where they are in the score. And then we sent this click track around to everyone and said, record yourself playing, film yourself, and then send all the audio and the video to me. So that's how we got everyone playing in time.
For those people who are wondering, that montage of crazy clap sounds at the start was everyone giving their sinking clap.
1, 2.
Yeah,
That's
which
what
is
that is.
reminiscent of things like Revolution number 9.
Number 9, number 9, number 9.
And so the videos started coming in, and as they came in, I started putting them into Cubase so I could get all the audio. It turned into quite a big project in the end. This is what it looked like. At the top here in red, we have Dom's drum track. So we have kick, snare top, snare bottom, rack tom, floor tom, overhead left and right, ambient mic. In purple we have Phil's bass track. Green is my harpsichord track. Orange is Howard's guitar part, including a double for his solo. We have violin 1, violin 2, viola, cello, 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 and then double bass. Right at the end here we have Maeve, one of our cellists, just saying this.
I hope that was okay.
As a little homage to this.
I hope we pass the audition.
And then below that we have trumpet, 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 French horn, trombone, 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 tenor sax, alto sax, and clarinet. Vocals, we have 4 lead tracks: Jack, Connor, Ad, Laura. Connor recorded into a soup can. The backing vocals, which is me, Ad did the backing, Howard, and then Laura, Connor, and Jack.
Obviously, when you're actually making a studio recording, as an engineer, you'll be sitting there knowing exactly what distance you want the microphones away to be. You've got the same sounding room that you record in. We didn't have any of that, so we've got everyone recording in their bedrooms, some people on their phones, some people with mics. How did you actually glue that so it didn't just sound like a completely disparate set of weird sources?
That's a good question. What I did is I used what we call groups.
So let's have a look at the strings. We have all these string tracks.
And I put it all together into one group. And that means you can then treat all the tracks together, put them in the same space in terms of their reverb. It just helps them sound cohesiveness without any processing. Which is fine, but it kind of sounds like everyone's in different places. But I use this little reverb plugin called Spaces to put them all in the same room and then compress them all together.
And now it sounds like they're in the same room. And basically I did the same for brass, for woodwind, put the whole band through the same group and had a master room reverb for everything to draw everything together.
The very last thing I do in terms of mixing is actually post doing the video. So once we're happy with the video, I like bring it into the project. So we have it here. And then I mix with the video. Because there's only so much you can do with audio, and it's basically, it's a video. The end result is a video, right? So it needs to sound right for the video. And I use the groups, basically. This track here, this is all the volume. And so I basically automate the volume as I go through, so it brings out certain bits. So the higher the line, the higher the volume. So for example here, this little thing gets higher and higher, and then it comes down into the outro.
All you need is love, love. Love is all you need.
A similar thing for brass. They were a lot higher at the start for their intro.
It's just a a cognitive thing, I guess, isn't it? You like to hear what you can see.
You hear what you can see, exactly. When we started doing this, I was unsure whether it was going to work. Like, we did everything, you do all the click track and send it around, but you're never sure whether it's actually going to come together, really. But I remember the first moment I thought, yes, this is going to work. We'd done all the core band. This is how the track was sounding. It was sounding quite good, but still unsure. But then the orchestral tracks started coming in. And I remember the first ones I put in were a couple of violins and then a couple of cellos were like the first thing to come in. And it was this point in the song. And then as soon as I heard that, I was like, well, this sounds like the Beatles. It's going to be great.
Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed this little walkthrough, and big thanks to our musical director Ben for helping out. Please do check out the Sheffield Beatles Project podcast, where we look at the Abbey Road album over 6 episodes. Do come and follow us on Facebook, and do subscribe to our YouTube channel, where you can find some excellent live videos.